known Ed for 45 years. He was my fiancé when I was 17 years old. We grew up together. We quit doing drugs together. We quit smoking together, although he went back. We loved each other for a very long time, whether or not I was his friend, or whether or not I was waiting for him to come back from one of his many escapades, or whether or not I was his wife. I lived with Ed for 4 years prior to marrying him. We were together 13 years as man and wife, and they were 13 tumultuous years. As yet, he had not met his beautiful bride, Joanne. And my time with him was oftentimes precarious at best. Ed was bipolar, and because he was bipolar, he had an impulse disorder. And he never thought about consequences to his loved ones when his impulse disorder was beckoning him to break out of where he currently was, to go into something thrilling that he couldn't stay in. I was probably one of the sickest, most codependent women he ever knew. But when I was 17, Ed rescued me, just like he rescued a lot of you. And that rescue never stopped. I've worked for Ed since 1983. I have stayed as friend through another wife, and I learned that friendship with Ed was most welcome, and that I really didn't want to ever be where Joanne is sitting now so beautifully. I could never have been a wife to him. There was too much that had gone down the trail with us. But Ed never quit being my friend. He never quit being my protector. He never quit protecting his stepdaughter, Jo. And he never quit protecting anybody that he loved and let into his life. He cared for the stranger, just like the wonderful people in the Bible cared for the stranger. And his heart was soft and pliable, but his shell was hard and difficult. Joanne, I loved Ed. I think he made a great choice in you. I told you that. The wife before you, not. But you're quite a lady, and he chose well. Wow. I told Joanne yesterday that I was his past, and Joanne is his present and his future. And I feel I'm in very good company. I have the privilege of attending a living wake, and that'll tell you the kind of friends I hang out with. Truly a living wake for a wonderful man. And at that wake, he asked me to read something that came over the internet that I had shared with him. I'd like to now share it with you, and I'd like to give it to Ed as he passes from this world into his heavenly rewards, because he will be rewarded. He was a wonderful soul. This is called I Believe. I believe that we don't have to change friends if we understand that friends change. I believe that no matter how good a friend is, they're going to hurt you every once in a while, and you must forgive them for that. I believe that true friendship continues to grow even over the longest distance. The same goes for true love. I believe that you can do something in an instant that will give you heartache for life. I believe that it's taken me a long time to become the person I want to be. I believe that you should always leave loved ones with loving words. It may be the last time we see them. I believe that you can keep going long after you believe you can't. I believe that we are responsible for what we do, no matter how we feel. I believe that either you control your attitude or it controls you. I believe that regardless how hot and steamy a relationship is at first, the passion fades, and there had better be something to take its place. I believe that heroes are the people who do what has to be done when it needs to be done, regardless of the consequences. I believe that money is a lousy way of keeping score. I believe that my best friend and I can do anything or nothing and have the best time. I believe that sometimes the people you expect to kick you when you're down will be the ones who help you get back up. I believe that sometimes when I'm angry, I have the right to be angry, but that doesn't give me the right to be cruel. I believe that just because someone doesn't love you the way you want them to, doesn't mean they don't love you with all they have. I believe that maturity has more to do with what type of experiences you've had and what you've learned from them, and less to do with how many good days you've celebrated. I believe that it isn't always enough to be forgiven by others. Sometimes you have to learn to forgive yourself. I believe that no matter how bad your heart is broken, the world does not stop for your grief. I believe that our background and circumstances may have influenced who we are, but we have to be responsible for who we become. I believe that just because two people argue, it doesn't mean they don't love each other, and just because they don't argue, it doesn't mean they do. I believe that you shouldn't be so eager to find out a secret. It could change your life forever. I believe that two people can look at the exact same thing and see something totally different. I believe that your life can be changed in a matter of hours by people who don't even know you. I believe that even when you think you have no more to give, when a friend cries out to you, you will find the strength to help. I believe that credentials on the wall do not make you a decent human being. And I believe that people you care about most in life are taken from you all too soon. This was for you, Edward. I love you.